Look, let me tell you a bizarre story. You know that exorcism stuff we only see in movies? Well, it happens in real life too. It's the kind of situation that starts with some weird noises, flickering lights, and you think, it must be the wind or a power surge. But no. Suddenly, the furniture starts moving on its own, doors slam out of nowhere, and you realize something is very wrong. At this point, it's gone from a mystery to a live horror movie. The solution? Call the priest, of course, because apparently he's the only one with the How to Exorcise Demons in 10 Steps tutorial. And that's when the real chaos begins. So, imagine this. You're at home, chilling, thinking the worst problem you'll have today is remembering to pay the electricity bill. But then weird noises start, like those creaks we always blame on the wind. Except, suddenly, the noises turn into bangs, doors start closing on their own, and worse, that chair in the living room you swore was in the corner is now in the middle of the kitchen. Up to this point, you're still trying to stay calm, right? Oh, it must be an invisible earthquake. But then things escalate. The bed starts rocking like it's at an amusement park, and the pictures on the wall get all crooked, like modern art nobody understands. You hear strange whispers coming from the hallway, but there's no one there. At this point, your heart is racing faster than a suspense movie soundtrack, and you realize something is very wrong. But the peak is when someone in the house starts acting weird. Not just cranky, but like horror movie voice, fixed stare, and who knows what they're saying. And you think, man, this isn't just bad mood. This is hardcore. And there you have it. The stage is set. It's clear that an exorcism is the next chapter of this soap opera. And then the inevitable moment arrives. Yep, I think we need an exorcist. But it's not like there's an app called Exorcism now to call a priest with a single click, right? So someone has to call the parish, and the priest, who's probably heard it all in his life, answers with a deep sigh like, just another normal Tuesday, huh? When he arrives, the priest is already prepared. He comes with his robe, a bucket of holy water, and a crucifix that's probably over 200 years old. He enters the house and delivers the classic line, "Peace be with you." Peace. Little does he know that the place is more like Saw than peace. He looks around, sees the furniture tossed about, and probably thinks, here we go again. When he gets to the room where the possessed is, the scene looks straight out of a horror movie he's seen about 500 times. The person is there, with that look of I'm not me, but I am me, speaking in tongues that even Google Translate couldn't understand. The priest starts the ritual, delivers the famous, "Get out of this body that does not belong to you," and the show begins. The possessed screams, the walls shake, and the voice coming from the person sounds more like a heavy metal rocker than any human being. But the priest doesn't flinch. He keeps sprinkling holy water, praying loudly, and the possessed contorts as if in a demonic yoga championship. And the conversation with the demon? It's like a sales pitch argument with an annoyed customer. The priest speaks firmly, and the demon responds with grunts like, "Get out of here." And the priest, "I'm not leaving. I'm a professional." And that's it. An epic battle between good and evil, or at least between the priest and the worst tenant anyone could have inside their house. But before continuing, I need to ask you, are you enjoying this? Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos and leave a like. So, after hours of battle, because of course, the demon isn't the type to give up easily, the priest is sweating, the holy water is almost gone, and the crucifix is a bit crooked from all the shaking. But he keeps going, praying with the conviction of someone who has a deadline to expel the evil before the next Sunday sermon. Meanwhile, the possessed is putting on an Oscar-worthy performance with screams, contortions, and at times a sinister chuckle, like you think you've won. Huh? But after so much prayer and holy water flying around the room, the demon starts to get tired. You can see that he's getting a bit fed up, like, okay, I've had enough fun, time to move on. That's when the priest takes advantage, delivers one last prayer that feels more like an ultimatum. Now you leave for good, or we're going to be here all night. And the demon, in an act of pure laziness, decides, okay, I'm tired of you guys. I'll find another house to haunt. Suddenly, the possessed falls onto the bed, like someone who just ran a marathon. Everything goes silent. The priest, who was intensely focused until now, finally breathes a sigh of relief. With that look of phew, mission accomplished. The demon? Gone, probably catching a flight to another available body. The possessed person opens their eyes, confused, as if waking from a weird sleep, and asks, "What happened?" And the priest just replies, "Long story. In the end, the house returns to normal. The chairs stop moving on their own, and the eerie atmosphere dissipates. The exorcised person, now free, just wants a glass of water with sugar and never wants to hear about spirits again." And the priest? He finally manages to leave the house, ready for a good coffee and maybe seriously consider retirement. Because, let's face it, dealing with the supernatural is a lifetime job. So that's today's video. I hope you liked it. See you in the next story.